I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
All right, I tried to get Abel and Jennifer from All-American Eatery to come in for a little bit this morning, but they're already working out at All-American. But I'm telling you, it's an amazing place, great food. And Jennifer wasn't there originally, his wife, but she is there now, and it's a family operation. They're boys. They got everybody working there, and it's just great food. She cooks cakes and pies every week. She goes, we sell them all. Yeah. And slices and whole cakes and whole pies, and but just delicious food at All-American Eatery out on Highway 87. That's the Hoka Highway. If you're coming from Lubbock, you go out at the 98th, swing underneath, and down there on the right about 85th Street is where you'll find All-American Eatery. And then Senior Benefit Solutions. This is Medicare, y'all, and this is Laurie Kasler, and she is a pro at this business, I'm telling you.
And David, you can do it wrong.
Oh, you will do it wrong.
Yeah,
more
you
than
can
likely.
do it wrong, and they can save you time and a lot of frustration.
Oh, and Laurie's the best.
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't cost anything to go see her, and she'll look at what you've got or what you're thinking about getting and help you. The number is, of course, 806-781-3904, 781-3904. And I'm telling you, it'll be worth your time to sit down. You'll enjoy just visiting with Laurie, but you'll be amazed at the knowledge that she will give you, things you never even thought of. And it's important. Senior Benefit Solutions. All right. We got, have we called Stacy yet? He didn't pick up. Oh, well, that ain't good. I guess that's why you gave me a thumbs down. I didn't know what you were doing. Let me see what he says here. Yeah. I guess I got the right number.
Golf USA.
Yeah, Golf USA. We'll go ahead and do their commercial while we're talking to Stacy here in a minute. I know he's busy.
Yeah, and it's been there a long time, and it's and the reason it's been there a long time because they carry the right stuff and they help you when you go in.
Well, they got all the big names you're looking for.
Yeah,
plus they'll fit you.
I love the way they just help you. I mean, I don't care if you're looking for golf balls; they help you.
They tell you which ball you need to be hitting.
That's right.
And if you're looking for a putter and you go over there in that little putting area, and they'll help you with your putting stroke.
Yep. Yep.
They'll go, you need to do that differently.
Yep.
Well, I texted him, but we'll see here.
It's just it's a neat store. I mean, you go in and I mean you've got shoes, you've got shirts, you've got hats.
They got all the apparel, all the accessories, everything you're looking for. Those little carts. They don't have the big driving carts, but they've got everything else.
Yeah, and I'm always afraid, David, to go in there and maybe hit in one of the little hitting tents.
Yeah.
Because if anybody can miss it and go outside the tent, it would be me.
You'd hurt somebody.
I went to the golf store and got beamed a golf ball.
806-795-6906. That's what he just texted me. I probably shouldn't have put that on the air, but
that's all right.
806-795-6906.
Stacy will appreciate that.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will. So maybe we can get Stacy Nicks on here. We want to talk Masters, and I've got the whole leaderboard here. I think McIlroy got the monkey off his back last year, and he goes, well, this is easy now.
Did you hear what I don't know if you heard an interview with him, but because he won and everything, he gets a few little extra perks. So while everybody else was playing these tournaments, he would drop his daughter off at school, go get on a plane, come play 18 at Augusta, and go back.
Yeah, he said he was playing a bunch out there.
Yeah, and he, I mean, how cool is that? I mean,
That's real
let's
cool.
go to Augusta and play 18 today.
It's hard to get on at Augusta.
Yeah.
Not for Corey.
Yeah.
Not for Rory, I mean.
Yeah, but if you've
minus 12, he's got a 6-stroke lead.
Yeah.
He is an amazing player.
He's just so
All right,
steady.
we got Stacy Nicks. We were just talking about you, Stacy. What an amazing player you are.
You and Roy are in the same category.
Those two we put together.
Yeah, if we could just drive it a little better, we'd have a pretty good game.
He's got that. He just can't hit it. I don't know what his problem is.
Has he been anywhere but on the short grass all week?
Yeah, actually, Craig, he hasn't driven the ball very well this weekend. Yes, he's really been meticulous how he works his way around, but his driving is a B. If he, it's just he's not driving it like he normally does.
Well, now, let me ask you something. He's 12 under. He's got a 6-stroke lead going into today. Does this take all the fun out of it for you? Did you want it to be closer?
Yeah. Well, I mean, gosh, in the past 20 years, nobody's come more than 4 strokes off the lead to win. He's got a 6-stroke lead. Something's going to have to happen. He's going to have to go backwards.
Yeah.
He will. I mean, if he shoots even par today and the guys at 6 or 5 under shoot a good round, it's possible. But if he shoots anything under par today, it's going to be very difficult.
Yep.
Yeah.
For the others to catch up.
And I'm guessing he's not going backwards.
You wouldn't think, but he had such a, he finished so strong.
Yeah.
The back nine, and sometimes it's hard to put 3 really good rounds together, but the conditions are good. I don't know. You don't want him to just fold. You'd like it to be a good tournament. You've got some really good guys behind him. Reed, Rose, Lowry, Fleetwood, those guys have been here before, and they know how to play. Like I said, if Rory just shoots even par and any one of those guys shoot 2 or 3 under, then you got a ball game coming in on Sunday.
So you think Stacy, if he stays at 12 under, let's just say he just shoots even the rest of the way, do you think he'll win the tournament at 12 under? He's not going to shoot even. He's going to.
Well, no, I don't know, because Rose and Reed, if they shoot 3 under, which is very doable. No, I don't. I think it's going to take more than 12 under to win the tournament.
Okay, so he'll have to shoot. And he's going to. I have every confidence he's going. The guy is he is amazing.
Stacy, the thing that's amazing as I watch it is how important 2-foot putts are. I mean, I can't tell you how many 71 rounds could have been 67 if somebody hits a 2-foot putt.
Yeah, Craig, it's hard to explain to people how fast and how much undulation these greens have. Thursday's round, the greens were a little bit firmer, and you saw a lot of balls hopping over the green. And Friday, yesterday, they were a little bit softer, but you see guys, Aberg, for instance, he had it going, and then he just sucks it off the green, and it rolled all the way back in the creek. So it's once you get it going sideways, it's hard to get it back going the right direction.
Get it stopped. Have you played Augusta?
No,
You haven't?
No, that's a.
I wanted that's why I'm having you on.
That's a bucket list.
That's a hard thing to.
Well, I'll take you out there and we'll play. Okay?
Yeah, let's see if we can get in the Thursday night scramble out there.
I think I know both of you. I know both of you know him, Jeff Mitchell, the former coach at Tech.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He was explaining one morning to Jack Dale about it was 4 or 5 years. He led the first round.
Yeah, I remember.
Yep.
And he was explaining, and Jack asked him, he said, what do you not see as you watch it on TV that's real? He talked about the undulation of the course and especially the greens. You can't tell how, on 18, he said it takes you like you're walking up the side of a mountain almost.
Yeah.
But he was talking about it, and I thought it was, and I don't know if it's true or not, but it made for a good story. He said he practiced for the Masters putting in his bathtub. He said it's that slick.
True.
He said it is that slick.
Well, it all drains. You made it every time.
Yeah.
It all goes to the hole.
But he said it's that slick, and he said that's how precise you have to be with your putter as far as movement.
That's crazy.
And so
You've
forth.
been to the Masters, though, right, Stacy?
Yes, I have.
How many times?
Just once. Craig, talking about Jeff Mitchell, he was one of the longest hitters on the tour at that time with a wooden club.
Yeah.
He was leading the tour and driving. Haven't thought about Jeff in a long time, but that's interesting.
Stacy, when you went, first impression, what stood out to you that, oh my gosh, I didn't realize blank? What was that you don't, you just don't realize until you're on the grounds?
There is not a blade of grass that's growing the wrong direction. I mean, it's hard to explain. There's not a piece of trash. You don't run.
How about the weeds? There's lots of weeds, aren't there?
You don't talk loud. Augusta is its own tournament, and it's just the technology they have under the greens and under the fairways. They can either add heat, cool. They can suck water out. It's just amazing.
It really is.
What they do to the course.
You were talking about things you don't do at the course, like running and stuff like that. I saw one the other day that you're not allowed to wear your hat backwards.
And you got to wear a shirt the whole time.
Yeah. And not only that, you have to wear shoes. You can't
play barefoot.
But if you're sitting in your chair and you want to just feel the grass and stuff like that, you have to sneak it in because you can't. You have to have your shoes on at all times.
Absolutely. Well, how about Mark Calcavecchia? Did you hear that story?
I know it. He got escorted off the course
because of a camera.
Yeah.
Yep. That's just and that's what makes the Masters the Masters.
It's special.
It
is that the big one for you? Is that bigger than the other three?
Oh, absolutely.
And to the players, is it that way to the players? You think?
I'm sure it is. Maybe not so much the foreign players, but for United States players, yeah, for sure. I like it because it's at the same course every year, so we all know.
Yeah.
What to expect on the back nine, or we've seen these shots, and they've got the weather's been so nice. They haven't had any rain this year, and it's no forecast for it. So if it got a little breezy, it could get interesting, but there's no forecast for wind either.
I'll tell you what's cool as a TV watcher, because I've watched it so much. Somebody will hit it to the left or the right, and I go, "Ooh, you don't want to be over there."
Yeah.
You don't want to be anywhere but in the middle of the fairway.
That's
in the
right.
Of the green.
All right, let me ask you this, Dave. I got two things for you. If Craig and I were to go play, or you were to go play, what would you shoot? Let's do you, because you're a game.
No, let's do you guys. Let's do you guys.
All right. What do you think we would shoot if we played legitimate? 120?
Okay, let me tell you. I think if you took a ball and put it on the green in regulation, say you hit every green in regulation, I don't think you would break 90.
Now hold it.
In other words, we're laying there. Is that hard?
We're laying there in one.
No, you're laying. Every green in regulation.
In regulation,
right?
so
on a par 4, you're on green.
You're in 2.
In 2. On a par 5, you're on a green in 3. On a par 3, you're on a green in 1. I don't think you would break 90. I'm just saying, the putting is so difficult.
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy. That is.
And you
can't compare it to the way you play today. I mean, that's crazy.
Sometimes when we're playing, Stacy, out at Lubbock or the Rawls is a great challenge. We'll hit a putt and it'll roll backwards, and You're going, that's just like the Masters. That's what we say. And it isn't even close.
I know when
that's what I was going to say. It's not quite the Masters, but it gives you some sort of idea what it's like.
If you'll remember the Rawls, when they first put it in, the speed of the greens were just outrageous for this
concrete.
area. Yeah, for this area.
Yeah.
And everybody's saying, well, it's not quite as fast as the Masters.
No. All right, let me ask you. Go ahead.
If you remember when Rawls first opened up, Doak had the fairways hard and firm.
Yeah.
Where he wanted rollout, right?
Yeah.
Where it'd roll into the rough. I mean, it's a club and a half.
I know it.
Further, it's you take a club and a half farther to hit to the green than you did when it first opened up because those fairways are soft now.
I'd be well served just to take a 7-iron and play with it all day, except for putting. Just try to stay in the green grass.
Let me ask you a question. The Masters all-time money list. Who has won the most money at the Masters in the history of the Masters? You know, Stacy?
I don't. I would guess Woods.
He's second. 9,642,000 is what he won in 26 appearances.
My gosh, can't be any of the older guys because the
money wasn't good.
Money wasn't that.
Phil Mickelson's number one.
Phil.
32 appearances, 9,870,000. Next is Rory. Rory's third. Then Scheffler's fourth.
Yeah.
Rory may jump up a.
Yeah, I was about to say, if Rory wins,
I know it.
Up, isn't he?
Hey, I wanted to ask you at the store, everything going good?
Yeah.
Y'all are busy.
Well, thank you.
Does this help when we have golf like this Masters? Does that inspire people?
It sure doesn't hurt it.
I know it.
It sure doesn't hurt it. Yeah, it's good time, and we've had good weather. So pray for rain this weekend.
I hear you. Hey, listen. Thank you, Stacy. You're awesome. We appreciate you. I'm sorry I got you late on this, but you did great.
No problem. My pleasure, guys. Have a good weekend.
We'll see you later. Stacy Nicks,
right,
Golf USA. We'll be right back with more sports talk. I think Brian Cronk's going to be on.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. We now return to Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby on Double T 97.3.
Let me tell you about J&W Services, Linco Distributors in Midland, Texas. These are Red Raiders that own this. And they went to Texas Tech, and Brent Beck, Scott Blakely, and big Red Raider people. But they help everybody in the oil and gas business. And if you're in the Permian Basin, there's a good chance you're in the oil and gas business in some way. They can keep you going. They can get you parts. They can make parts in their manufacturing place there. It's just, they got several companies all tied together under J&W Services, Linco Distributors, and they would love to help you, and they will do you a great job at J&W Services, Linco Distributors.
I can only imagine how much downtime they have saved people by being able to make stuff like that.
And it's the key.
Yeah.
Keep everything up and running.
Yep.
Because stuff breaks. All right, Mighty Wash, another one that's Lubbock-based, and we got Mighty Washes all over the city. You know, you got a little booth, a little port, a bay, where you can put in there completely hand dry it, and detail a little, not detail, but really do your great job. But there are locations all over Lubbock, but they're also all over the Permian Basin and all over eastern New Mexico. And for some reason, in the oil and gas business, this bitterweed or whatever it is, you got to get your vehicle washed all the time to make sure you're not transporting weeds from one site to another. But that is Mighty Wash, and they are doing a tremendous job. They call it the auto bath. And when you go there, you'll say, this was awesome, the way they do it. All right, we got Brian. Have we called him yet? Let's call Brian. We're going to get the head softball coach for the Monterey Lady Plainsmen on the show. I did a game last night.
Big game.
Big
district game.
Yeah, it is really probably, if Amarillo would have won the game, in fact, if they would have won the game, they would be the district champs.
Yep.
And they didn't win the game.
Yeah, so they're not.
Thanks to Monterey. Now Monterey's tied at the top with them. And we're going to have Coach Cronk on. He's 14 years now, the head softball coach at Lubbock, Monterey, and doing a great job. I just texted him a minute ago.
You know, speaking of that Monterey Amarillo High game last night, I am really excited about having the Montereys and the Coronados and the Lubbock Highs playing in the same district with Amarillo schools starting next year, and I'm excited for that. I think that's where they all belong, is playing together and starting those rivalries back up again.
Getting all these schools back together.
Yeah. I think that's pretty.
The
cool.
friendships and
yeah.
I know it.
I mean, the Coopers. And
maybe one of these days we'll have them all in the same district.
Yeah.
Coach Cronk, Brian Cronk is with us, 14 years head coach of the Monterey Lady Plainsmen softball team. I was there last night, and they got a huge win over Amarillo, 9-6. Coach, that was a lot of fun and a great game.
So the atmosphere last night was great. Amarillo High has got a solid group, and it was a lot of fun. It was good to get that in the regular season, and obviously heading into the playoffs. But the atmosphere was electric.
It really was, and it was a well played game by both teams. I mean, you can tell that y'all are both really good. Amarillo's now 13-2 in district. Monterey is 12-2. Monterey has 2 games left at Lubbock Cooper on the 14th, and then Paladura, who's in last place in the district. And Amarillo's only got 1 game left, and it's against Lubbock Cooper, and they're in 3rd.
Yep.
And so it's come down to really y'all 2 and Lubbock Cooper, and I guess Caprock, Lubbock High, and probably those 2 for the other place. But this is fun to have these 2 great teams in our same district.
Yeah, they, the group that Amarillo High has put together, and they've kind of been reloading the last several years of, they have quality pitching and their batting order, and you saw the stats on it. I don't know what their numbers look like, but, there's not a soft spot in the lineup, and every pitch matters, and that is, it's a great experience and great opportunity for our kids, and Lubbock Cooper's been solid here the last couple of years, and so for it's come down to this last week to figure out who's maybe out in front is definitely exciting.
I think there's a good chance that you and Amarillo High are going to end up tied atop the league. What will you do then? Because you split.
There's a lot of what ifs that exist, and you hate to speak them into existence, but a lot of it obviously depends on Tuesday, Friday, what we do with Cooper, and then what Amarillo High and Cooper do that could dictate or change where some things rest. But for us, being in the position we're on that threshold of, are we big school or are we small school?
Yeah.
Since UIL decided to do the 2 divisions. And so if in the Lubbock High Caprock matchup, whatever if they end up tied and what they end up working out, Caprock's in, we're small school, Lubbock High's in, we're big school. And
it's confusing.
So yes, it's going to be a mess. Last year we wound up in the 3-way tie and had to have a seeding tournament to figure out who was in, who was out, and who was going to be, I guess, essentially in those, Division I, Division II. And so all I know that we're going to, take the next one on the schedule, which is Lubbock Cooper, and
that's the one you're worried about next. Well, let me ask you this question, because Coach Dean and I talk about it, and both teams had this last night. Y'all have freshmen, Coach, that are playing key positions and important positions. Jade Colantes, your pitcher, a freshman, I was so impressed with her. She is an amazing competitor. And then you got Macbeth playing first base. And she is an amazing player. She's a freshman, and she's the cleanup hitter. What is up with these freshmen being so good?
Well, I'd like to think it has something to do with what we've been able to do here the last several years, that, softball in the area has just picked up and peaked. But, across the nation, softball is on the rise, and you look at what Tech's doing and just the excitement that surrounds that program, that, kids are wanting to do it. And those 2, as well as Emilio Oliveras that's playing short for us, sitting in the 2-hole.
Yeah.
Just the time and effort that they put into it, the reps that they take is absolutely amazing. And, they put a lot of time into their craft with what they're able to accomplish. And it's amazing. We knew coming in that Millie was going to be a big-time player. I felt like that Jade was going to be, an outstanding pitcher, and Macbeth was kind of a surprise. We didn't know that she was coming, but just, what the three of those kids have been able to do has been tremendous. And, we're definitely looking for bright things from them as we finish out the season, but definitely in their high school careers and beyond.
Coach, you mentioned the atmosphere and the popularity of softball on the collegiate level. One thing that's really neat about the high school level softball is how complete player you have to be. And defense is real important, because sometimes, a 5-4 game can be, that way because of some two defensive plays someplace. And to have all these young ladies be all-around players is pretty impressive to watch.
Yeah, those tough games, the tie games down the stretch. It's sometimes you start talking about maturity and or youth and how that affects things. And we've tried to create scenarios in practice where our reps were getting our pressure field and, trying to put the pressure on them. So when we are in a tight game like that it's, hey, it's second nature. I've made this play 100 times, and I felt the pressure from things that are going on around me that, hey, it's routine. And, for the most part this year, we've been able to do that. But, trying to create aggressive base runners, kids that can play the short game, kids that can swing the bat, gap to gap, leave the yard. But then also have the on-field IQ, and every year it makes the job more and more challenging because kids are coming in and they're a step ahead of the last group and step ahead of the last group. But we've been blessed here at Monterey. I've been very fortunate to have kids that come in with a good foundation.
I will tell you this. I got a text here from Kent Metter, and he told me to tell you to mix in a double cheeseburger. You're getting way too skinny.
Well, I will mix in half of a double cheeseburger.
Metter, he's a piece of work, isn't he?
No, I miss seeing Ken around all the time. He was a heck of a guy, and I'd like to duck over and watch and see what they were doing, and try to steal stuff from him. He had such a great career, and
I coached him at Coronado in basketball.
Oh wow,
that's how old I am.
And he taught him everything he knew about baseball.
Yeah, he didn't know nothing till he got to me. But let me tell you something, Coach. It is so fun. And I don't know if your catcher, Smith, is not the best player you've ever coached in high school softball, but she is amazing. She had a 3-run homer last night, and she is tremendous athlete, tremendous player. She used to play shortstop. Catcher now.
Yes, sir.
She is, and I know you can't say she's the best you've ever had, but I'll say it. She's in the very short list of greatest players you've ever had.
Yeah, she has definitely come on her senior year. Not that she had bad last 3 years, but she's definitely in the conversation with some of the big time ones we've had come through here. With Alexis Lust and Tatiana Trotter and Riley O'Brien, and her name will be etched in I guess single season career records, and but she's I was telling the coach up at Tascosa after she hit her second home run up there, and I said, would you believe it? She's been in a slump, and I think she was at 12 home runs, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks into the season, and then didn't hit one for a couple weeks, and was really frustrated. And but she hits the ball well, and she's up here this morning getting some extra swings in and working, so she hit the ball hard last night, but she's back here today trying to get better with what she's doing, along with some other kids that we've already mentioned and talked about. But she's done an exceptional job, and Rollins College out in Florida is going to wind up with a pretty good athlete, because she is.
Where's she going? Where's she going?
She's going out to Florida, just outside of Orlando, Rollins College.
I wish she'd go to Tech.
Yep. And Coach, you just alluded to something, and there's a direct correlation to why you're at the top when you mentioned the word extra.
Yeah.
And the kids are doing extra, you're doing extra, your staff is doing extra, and it's paying off for you.
Well, I'd like to think so. I know that my marriage and my wife takes a hit every time softball season comes around, but
she may be glad.
Well, I think at times she is, but I look back before I got to Monterey, and it was my first time coaching girls, and being a male coaching a girls sport, you worry about your husband and being put in the wrong positions, and so my wife was around keeping score for us, and but she was with us on the road, and I'd like to think that we're better when she's around, because she keeps me in line, but she also holds the kids to a standard. But with both the girls out of the house, and one playing college basketball and the other one doing adulting things, she's back around, and so
I bet she loves it. I saw her last night, and I know she loves it.
Coaches' wives are special people. There's a special place for those people.
Well, getting back to Smith, she's got 16 home runs now.
Yes, sir.
And so Coach Cronk was telling me, he goes, we're talking about the game. He goes, this Amarillo team, they can really hit. They can really hit. Yes. And I said, but hey, the Lady Plainsmen can really hit. And we're right at 60 home runs as a team.
Goodness.
Amarillo High's at right at 40. And this team, y'all, and Coach, y'all's approach at the plate is amazing. Y'all ain't getting cheated on your swings. I mean, these girls are aggressive at the plate.
Yeah, we'd like to think that we're doing some things right at the plate, definitely, and we've had years ago we hit some balls in gaps, and we didn't hit them hard enough to get into the gaps, so it was a single. And I was like, okay, we've got to change our approach a little bit, and actually wound up having a conversation with JJ, talking about swing planes and patterns and some of that stuff, and we kind of changed our approach to how and what we were trying to do, and our kids have embraced it over the last 6-8 years, and we've been very fortunate to hit the ball hard, I guess, find gaps. Some balls we miss and they leave the yard. We struggle to take BP on the field because so many balls end up in the parking lot, and with baseball going on and track going on, there's vehicles, and I feel bad, but by that same token, I'm like, hey, we got to hit, and so here we go. But we want to do damage when we swing, and but they got a pretty good eye, and they know the strike zone, and I guess that's probably a testament to how many swings we take on a regular basis and how many balls they see coming at them.
Y'all do a great job. They're 25-5-1 now, are the Lady Plainsmen, and Amarillo High's 22-9-1 season record. But they're right at the top with 2 losses in district, and this is going to be a fun next week or so, Coach. And we're proud of the Lady Plainsmen and what y'all are doing. I mean, it's an outstanding group you've got.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys getting me on today and giving me a chance to talk about our kids.
You bet. Glad to do it. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. You too. Brian Cronk, the head softball coach, 14th year at Monterey.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Telling you about HG Thrash. They've got all the stuff. They got Peter Millar, which a lot of people like to wear. Golf, Johnny O. They got the big names, but they can outfit you all the way from underwear to tuxedos, and get you totally. They got the accessories, the cufflinks, socks, everything you're looking for at HG Thrash Clothier, 2010 Broadway, and also at 82nd and Quaker. That's their new store, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And when I say the friendly West Texas bank, I'm talking about West Texas State Bank. John Grist, Jimmy Carmichael, Chris Comer, and they've moved now from 72nd and Slide. I think their drive-thru's still open there, but they're at 30th and Slide now in the old AIM Bank building. Yep. And they made it theirs, and I'm telling you, you're going to love the atmosphere when you walk in here. And when you walk into that bank, now I know a lot of young kids like Gunnar, they'll never go in the bank the whole life. They just do it on their phone and whatever else. But I like going to the bank. Craig likes going to the bank. And that is such a great atmosphere, y'all. If you need some help, if you're looking for something, a loan to start something, go see them at West Texas State Bank, because let me tell you this about them. They're going to look for a reason and a way to make it work. You know, sometimes I think you feel like they're trying to figure out how not to make it work. But they'll try to help you and try to make it work at West Texas State Bank. All right, we are honored to have this young man here with us. He's just a senior. I'm missing this. He's just a senior in high school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you for having me here.
Can you believe are you going to graduate?
Yes, sir.
I bet you
Almost done.
Are you going to? I know you make good grades, because if the one thing you know about swimmers, is y'all are dedicated.
Yes, sir.
And you're doing good. You don't have to talk right.
Have you got senioritis yet?
Oh, it's been going since freshman year. it's especially worse
since
now.
freshman.
It's at its height right now.
I bet I can remember, and it's hard to remember that far back. But you're just trying to make it to the end.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Trying to make it to the end. Of course, this year that you've had, and I've got all your stuff here, and I'm looking for it. But like Ashby, this is what he does. But I do have all your information.
Just trying to enjoy it while I can.
I'm going to show our TV viewer something. This is all you need to see right here.
Yeah. Can they see that?
Can you
see all the awards?
That's all you need to see right there.
Here it is.
State champion.
State champion.
Yes, sir.
Now, Texas is a big state.
That's for certain.
And Gunnar Hansen, you're going to Alabama.
Yes, sir. That's
to study finance.
Finance, yes, sir.
What are you going to? You going to be a banker?
Well, I'd like to own my own company.
Okay.
My dad's been doing his own construction business for a while, and I've seen how it's worked out for him. And it's
What's his name of his company?
Hansen Construction and West Texas Outdoor.
Good.
There you go.
So he's got two of them, and
is he a great guy like you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I need to meet your dad.
You do. Yes,
I'd
sir.
love to meet him. This is amazing what he has done over his career, and I want to give credit where credit's due, because there's so many that have helped with this swimming program, and certainly the Pete Regas Aquatic Center was a huge benefit to Lubbock ISD and to our swimming program. But you just look back to Coach Holohan, who really was the guy. Yeah, we put him in the Lubbock ISD Athletic Hall of Honor last year for all of what he did to get swimming going. I don't know if he even dreamed it could be what it is. Trey Hayes, Penny DiPamazio, these are good friends, and they were huge. Who's your coach now? Tell us who your coach is now.
Coach Dakota Teffer-Tiller is my current high school coach, and Coach Tyler Hayes, which is Coach Hayes' son. He's my club coach, and they've been doing a phenomenal job.
Yep. It's been a team deal, and it's a little different than what people. Craig, you know, when we were coaching, it was this. I'm at Lubbock High, I'm at Coronado, I'm at Monterey. This is my group. But in swimming, y'all are kind of all work out together, don't you?
All together. It's everyone. All in the morning, 5 a.m.
5 in the morning.
5 in the morning is when I get up, and we're in the water by 5:45.
You got to be kidding me.
So do you come back after the afternoon to get a little extra work in, or
do a little bit of weights in the afternoon? Yes,
do the weights?
So we have high school practice in the morning and then club practice in the evening, and so 2 days.
Where do you practice club?
Pete Regas.
At Pete Regas.
So
good.
It's all at Pete Regas.
So your events, What do you?
I got it right here.
Okay. What made you get in the events that you're in? What did you see success early doing this? You think, well, that's what I want to go, or why weren't you a diver? Did you not want to dive and you wanted to swim, or what got you going in the area that you ended up in?
Well, getting into swim was really a complete accident. So I played all the sports going into high school. I played, football, basketball, baseball, all of them.
Yeah.
And going into high school, I wanted to do basketball and swim, but I couldn't do both because they're right at the same time. And so I ended up having to pick swim because I was where I was seeing the most success. But as for breaststroke, my mom, whenever I was younger, was telling me, pick the hardest one and get good at it. Because that's where everyone's going to be struggling. So I picked the hardest two strokes, butterfly and breaststroke, in my opinion. And I tried to master them.
He qualified for the USA Junior National Team. You won state in the breaststroke. Well, just tell us what you did. And he set a state record, didn't you?
Yes, sir. The 5A and 6A state record.
5A and 6A state record in the breaststroke.
Yep, 100-yard breaststroke.
Where was it nationally? I mean, your time.
Oh, time.
Across the nation.
So, I think overall it's one of the I don't want to say it wrong, but I think it's one of the top 20 times in the nation. Historically. And
it can't be that far from the top time.
No,
because we're talking hundredths of a second.
Yep, I am about almost a second off of the national age group record.
So how can you pick up a second, Gunnar?
That's a lot in swimming.
I know it.
Oh, we're going to get a lot of good work in this summer. So I won't really be able to do it until next year, but I think I'm running out of time for that national age group record, but it's been a good run so far.
So when you talk about we're going to work at it what's a practice schedule for a breaststroke guy? What do you do during practice? How do you get better at the breaststroke, or how do you progress as far as just a practice session? What do you do?
Yeah, so it's mainly interval-based training, which is how swimming is functioned, similar to track. So we do a lot of interval-based training, but for me, I tend to be on the more sprint side of the breaststroke, so I do a lot of sprint work and technique work, and of course we need to have a base for endurance, so we do that, of course. But mainly focusing in on the sprint workouts and just trying to build power because it's a very power-based stroke.
And is it a 50 meter? Is it 100 meter? Do you like the longer breaststroke races or the shorter ones? Or
I'm a much bigger fan of the sprint races, and I guess where swimming gets a little confusing is we've got the short course and the long course. So long course is the Olympic size pool, so that's the 50-meter pool. Yeah. And high school and college are focused around the 25-yard pool. So one length is 25 yards.
Okay.
So that's where we're focused on.
So in high school you use yards.
Yep.
And in college you use meters.
No, college we use the yards. It's
yards?
Just for
good.
Just only the Olympics is the meters.
Only the Olympics.
Yep.
Isn't that crazy?
America.
I know it. And we ain't changing.
No, sir.
This is so fun. So let's get back to this schedule that you have. So you're in. Do you get up at 5 in the morning? Is that or do you get up earlier?
Anywhere between 4:45 and 5 a.m. is when I'm up in the morning.
So every day.
Every day.
Do colleges do that too?
Colleges, you get a little bit more of a break. I think practices start at 6 a.m.
That's unbelievable. So you do have a day off.
Yes. So I usually will end up taking Saturday and Sunday off. Occasionally I will have Saturday practices, but a lot of the time we end up having swim meets over the weekend. So usually get about 6 days on and a day off.
So let me ask you this. You don't have anything on the weekend. Let's just say you have a weekend, you got nothing. What's sleeping in to you?
Sleeping in? Oh, man. I don't really like getting up past 8 a.m.
Yeah. I don't know how you could. Yeah. You got to be so conditioned.
Oh, yeah.
When the alarm goes off at 4:30, what do you do? Do you go, oh, no?
Well, the magic to it is I've got 3 alarms.
Oh.
I've got a sunrise alarm clock, and so that one starts lightening up my room right before my first alarm goes off.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that kind of gets the brain flowing a little bit before you're even awake. Then I got some music that turns on right before my alarm goes off, and then 3 minutes later, 4:45, that's when I'm out of bed. And that's an annoying alarm clock. I better get out of bed to turn that one off.
That is crazy. Well, I didn't know they had sunlight alarm clocks.
That's pretty cool.
I didn't know either until my mom found it, and I was like, well, thank you very much.
So, breaststroke weight program, I'm assuming, is crucial and vital to success.
Yeah,
and
you got
what kind of weight program do you do, and how many days a week do you do it? And
so during the school year, I actually haven't been able to lift as much as normal. It's been very swim focused, and so I end up lifting about 2 afternoons a week. So in the summer, that's when I get most of my weight.
You lift
gain.
over at Chapman Field at Lubbock High?
I've been starting to lift over at Chapman, but we've got a weight room at the pool, and so we've been doing those at the pool. But I've been lifting at Chapman recently, and so I'm doing that for
They got a
the
nice
summer.
Facility.
Yeah, and big thank you to Coach Rod because
Yeah,
he's letting me use it. Oh yeah, it's amazing.
He is such a community guy.
Oh, he's an amazing guy.
He's for you, and you know it.
Oh, I'm very thankful for Coach Rod. He's an amazing guy, and I can't thank him enough.
so, who is your? Everybody looks up to a quarterback or something like. Who's the breaststroke guy or lady that you've looked up to and said, that's the class of the class right there?
Class of the class.
Are you talking about in high school or
just in
Olympics?
In Olympics, or just who have you kind of said, I'd like to be as good as that?
I'd like to say Adam Peaty. Unfortunately, he's British, but he's
that's fine.
he's got the world record in the 100 breaststroke, and it's about 2 seconds faster than anyone historically has been in the past few years.
2 seconds.
2 seconds. He's got a 5,600-meter breaststroke, and the next
Do I have your
fastest
times
is about
down
58.
here?
So, what have you picked up anything? What does he do, you think, that makes him 2 seconds faster than anybody else?
He's a big guy.
Okay.
He's built strong, and he's up there in the 205, 210 range. So he's just a beast.
Is this yours? 100 breaststroke, 101.59.
101.59. Yes, sir.
And you said he's gone 56.
He's 56.
So you're within 5 seconds of the world's fastest.
Of the world's best ever.
That's a lot in swimming.
Yeah, but that's.
People out here don't know that.
No, that's true. That's true.
They go, oh my gosh, he's almost there.
Yeah, the Olympic to make it on the Olympic team, it's gonna take about, I would assume, about a 59 or 58 this year, or for this 2028 Olympics.
All right, so you're traveling to the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs this coming Wednesday.
This Wednesday, yes, sir.
How about that? What do you just? They got your places for you to stay, and you're just going to train there?
Yeah, it's actually a really neat setup. It's kind of crazy because of the altitude. It's hard to breathe up there. You're at 8,000 feet, and they've got some dorm rooms for you up on the center, and so they've got a dining hall with all the good stuff, and 2 practices a day for 5
Is anybody
days.
else going from our group here?
No, sir.
So
It's
I'm
just me.
assuming that this is in preparation for you in trying to get to the Olympic trials and on further. Is this starting of that process?
Yes, sir. This is the USA Swimming's kind of preparation program. So they've got a step sort of system going up from the regional level all the way up to the national level. And so this is pretty much the second to highest camp that they provide outside of the actual national team. So that'll be the next goal, which is the national team, which we'll be trying to shoot for this summer.
This is so fun, Gunnar. Really is fun.
Yes, sir.
And
Gunnar, there's not a whole lot of people that can say, I'm shooting for the national team and a chance to be in the Olympics.
We know a few, but not many.
Yeah, just the fact that you're on their radar, that's pretty cool.
Well, it's certainly a blessing to be able to do this.
Yeah.
Very fortunate to be
And
able
so
to
you're
do
going to Alabama.
Yes, sir.
Are you excited? Tuscaloosa?
Yeah, Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Do you have any ties to them?
I had a cousin that went there. I actually wasn't looking there in the first place. It was very under my radar, but my uncle had told me, he said, go look for a school with a big football program and a good swim team, and you'll find the scholarship money there and the good facilities. And so Bama's got an outstanding football team, and so it certainly overflows into their athletics, and they take care of all their athletes. And they've they've provided very well with scholarships, and so it made sense because they've got amazing facilities.
At least you didn't go to Texas. Thank you for, Madison Cox, who's one of the greatest all time in the history of Lubbock ISD, went there, and we love her to death, and she was amazing.
Oh yeah, she's great, but no, I couldn't bring myself to go to UT.
So Alabama's facilities are pretty good?
Yes, sir. They provide for their athletes very well, and swimming tends to be one of those sports that gets neglected in the college space, and they've done an amazing job of really providing for all of their athletes, both from facilities to their athletic dining hall to just all around. They provide for their athletes very well.
So what about the SEC? Is it a good swimming conference?
It's tough, isn't it?
I would go to say it's the most competitive there is right now. With the roster cuts that they've been doing with the NCAA, the swimming got cut down to 30 men and 30 women per team, and the SEC decided to cut it down further to only 22 men, swimmer, and divers.
Whoa!
Yeah.
To get a scholarship there is a big deal.
Yes, sir. It got tight, and there was a lot of cuts, and I'm very fortunate to have been able to get a spot there.
Cut you.
Great for you, Gunnar.
You're like world class. Hang on, we're going to come back. We're going to take a break here, and we'll come back with Gunnar because we got to find out how he got named Gunnar. I thought he'd been a basketball player.
Yeah.
Gary asked me this morning, he goes, "Well, that's your nickname." I said, after I got out of high school, it was. They wouldn't let me shoot in high school.
You just made up for lost time.
I know it. All right, Gunnar Hansen's here, and he is an amazing swimmer at Lubbock High School. We'll be right back with more.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. We now return to Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby on Double T 97.3.
You know, so many of us grew up with Plains Capital Bank, our friends, John Owens and Alan White and Les and all the guys, Perry, that worked there. A lot of them most of them are gone now. But same old good Lubbock people. David Quintanilla is now head. Seth Schultz, who played basketball with Tanner at Coronado, is the president of the Lubbock branch. I'm just like, my gosh, how old am I? I'll tell you an old story here in a minute from a Lubbock High deal. Anyway, Plains Capital Bank, stop in and see them, and you'll be glad that you did. Visiting, well, we got to say, with Gunnar, have I already done the – no, I haven't. We're already back after the minute deal, aren't we? Yeah, good. So we do a little deal. You didn't know this, but we rejoined Midland, Odessa. We're on in Midland, Odessa, too.
Okay.
Don't you beat those people every time you swim against them, don't you?
As best I can.
I hear you.
David, we were talking during the break, and it's an interesting story how he got started in swimming.
Gunnar Hansen's here with us. How did you get? Did somebody just throw you in the pool?
Not that good, but I actually got into it because of my best friend. So it'd be Sebastian Iapolo, and so the Iapolo family. They had started swimming, and My mom was like, well, you should go support your friend at his first swim meet. And so I went and took a look, and I said, Mom, I want to try that. And they've always been very
How
open.
old were you?
This was probably about 9 years old. So 9 years old. And
they didn't tell you had to get a 4.
No, they didn't. That certainly came later. And, so complete accident getting into it. And I was like, Mom, I want to try it. And so they've always let me try the sports. Every single one. And so I got into it, and I got into the swing of it, and it kind of clicked for me.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, it did click.
I can do this, I think. And you have done it. The state record this year at 5A and 6A, 52.62 in the short course, 100 breaststroke. And that is how close was it? Was there a guy right there with you?
Oh, Charlie Wang, he's a great guy. He was right. He was about a half body length behind, so he was good. But unfortunately, he ended up getting disqualified. So just tough stuff. They're real picky up at the high level about the things you can and can't do. So,
what can't you do?
A lot of things with breaststroke.
Oh, is that right?
It's easier to name the things you can do.
Lots of technical stuff.
So, when you do the breaststroke at the state level in high school, are you in the 5A and 6A together, or is it just 5A schools and then 6A schools, or?
Yeah, so our state championship is the I think, the 3 to 5A state championship, and then the 6A is after us. So we end up swimming over at UT.
Yeah.
But they split up the session, so they alternate years. So the 5A will swim in the morning, and the 6A will swim in the afternoon, and flip-flop the next year.
Let me ask you about just the program with Lubbock ISD, because it is really impressive what we've built here.
Yes, sir.
And are there lots of young ones coming on, and they see what y'all are doing and excited about being a part? And the Pete Rakes Aquatic Center was such a huge thing to have.
Yeah, very much. And we just got a remodel on the pool, and so it's looking real good.
A remodel on the pool.
Remodel on the pool.
What does that look like?
Was it ready for you this year?
It was over the summer.
Really?
Yeah, over this past summer. So they just did it. Got a new scoreboard. So thank you to the Holloways.
Yeah.
For that, and the program that's been built's been just amazing, and we've got a bunch of people coming up. There's a little bit of a lull during COVID because a lot of the new swimmers end up coming around Olympic time. And so, 2020 there was a little bit less interest, but there's some new people coming up, and it'll be fast.
Well, I think when we were putting Ron Holohan in and Penny DiPamazio in the Lubbock ISD Athletic Hall of Honor, there was talk about swimming programs for kids, that third graders or something. It seemed like I remember third graders.
Yeah, the third grade swimming program for LISD. So that was, I believe, I want to say it was started by Coach Hayes.
Yeah, Trey.
Yep. So he wanted to have a program for all the third graders to learn how to swim, and it's been very useful. And that's kind of my first introduction to it, was coming to the pool for the third grade swimming program, and then my friend getting into it was.
Now the Iapolas, they've been really good to help us with sports. I mean, they sponsor a lot of things for Lubbock ISD, and it's very much appreciated.
Yeah, they're a great family. I love them to death.
Yeah, good friends.
Well, Gunnar, now that you know where you're going, you know what you're gonna do. What's ahead of you as far as your plan? What would you like to see happen as far as steps? You'd like to, of course, have success in college and so forth, but do you want to participate in swimming after college?
Well, that'll pretty heavily depend on 2028. So the Olympics.
Yeah.
So I'll be turning 21 going into the 2028 Olympics. So depending on how that goes, I may stick around swim pro for 2 more years to make to the 2032.
Who have you met? Famous swimmers. Have you met Phelps?
No, I haven't. I haven't met actually a ton of famous swimmers.
Not Madison Cox, you know her.
I don't think I've even met her.
Oh, no.
No, I've heard a lot of great things about her, but I don't think I've met her yet.
Something else.
So does the length of your arms help? Does it make a difference in breaststroke?
I would say it would help quite a bit. Height is certainly an advantage in swimming. It doesn't stop you if you are short, but it is certainly a lot more helpful to be tall.
Yeah.
Because when you see Michael Phelps, his wingspan, it's just incredible.
It is.
I mean, just incredible. And his body is,
he's the greatest swimmer of all time.
And I mean, it's just amazing. I mean, he's different. I mean, he is just flat different.
Completely.
He's built different.
Yep.
But you got a good size to you.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I mean,
thank you.
I heard that you.
The basketball coach probably saying.
I know it. In Lubbock, I could have used you.
Yeah.
I would have loved to do it, but I actually ended up hurting myself playing some basketball freshman year.
I heard you went to track and ran a race. Did you do that?
I ran.
This year?
Yes, sir. I ran at the district meet. It wasn't the best run. I've never ran the 100 meters before. I've historically done more of the jumping events, your triple jump and your high jump. But it was a good new experience.
They should have let you swim. Just put a little.
You ran the 100 meters.
The 100 meters. It was a new experience for sure.
And you didn't win?
No. There's some fast guys out there. There was a 10-2 100 meter.
Whoa.
And
that's quick.
I got left behind. I'll say that much. But
it's just so fun, and I know it's winding down. Of course, Doug Young has been your principal. Did you know he was the principal at Lubbock High?
Yes, sir.
You did?
Not that you've ever had to go see him.
I don't know. Yeah.
And he's retired.
I'm
you saw him in the hallway.
Every once in a while.
He's been so great for Lubbock High. He's retired. I don't know why guys like that. I know he gets tired, but we need people like that. Jack Perkypile at Monterey, and we just we're blessed. Jack Boo. Yeah. Because I think we got good ones now.
How did you get the name Gunnar? Well, have you been told yet how that came about?
Yes, sir. That would be from my dad's side. So I guess on my dad's side, it's been a tradition to do Norwegian first names, since a good portion of that family is from Norway. So Gunnar is the Norwegian translation for hunter. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So Gunnar with the AR was what it was.
Yeah.
That's a cool name.
It is. Yeah. You got to be careful what you name your kids.
Yeah.
Because, you start calling them names like Rebel, or you end up with one.
Yeah.
And I know a Rebel Blackwell, and he's a great kid. But you could end up with Crazy Time. But you hang out with good people, don't you?
Yes, sir.
That's what you do, and that's the key. I listen, and this would be a good word for you and me and Craig. I was listening to Coach Krzyzewski, the longtime Duke basketball coach, and he says, the greatest advice I ever got in my whole life was from my mama. And they go, what'd she tell you? She said, make sure you get on the right bus. Well, at that time, he was riding a bus into school and everything. And he says, Mama, I know which bus to get on. She goes, that's not the bus I'm talking about. I'm talking about the bus in life.
Yeah.
You make sure you get on with the right people, because if you get on with the wrong people, and you're the right people, so people need to get on with you.
And I know I speak from not knowing for sure, but I bet you've been a great ambassador for the swim program at LISD and for young kids, and for that you are to be thanked.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
I certainly think swimming is one of those sports that everyone should get into, whether you go collegiate or not. It teaches so much about just discipline in life. There's so many skills. Yeah.
Well, you can't be a swimmer if you're not disciplined.
No.
So if you're out there and you're thinking, I think I'll try that, and you don't, you can't do it.
It certainly breeds discipline.
Yeah.
Because as it's gone on, it's certainly increased the discipline as I go.
And the amount of discipline is the difference between being great in your sport and being good in your sport. And you are to be congratulated.
Just an example from another sport that has this kind of discipline. Aaliyah Chavez, which everybody knows her name, she is the most disciplined girls basketball player, maybe overall I've ever seen.
Really?
She's like y'all. They would practice, and of course her dad, Sonny, had this basketball lab, but they would practice at Monterey for a couple of hours. They would immediately go to the basketball lab and practice another 3 or 4 hours. And you watch her warm up. It was the most amazing thing. As her freshman year, I'd be ready to do the game on the radio or something, and I'm watching Aaliyah warm up, and I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
She is so serious about it. If you're supposed to run out and touch the line, she touches the line.
Every time.
And every time. She never misses it, and she's going fast and hard. And most kids don't get that. And you and swimmers, y'all get it.
Very much so.
You don't
Coach Hayes has a lot to thank for that.
You don't cut corners, do you?
Kind of hard to. It's a little slow. Slower in the water to cut that wall.
I know it. Yeah. But it is hard to do that. So the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs. Have you ever been there before?
I actually went once last year for the junior national select camp. So that was kind of the precursor to this camp.
Do you like it?
Oh, it's neat. It's a neat place.
Yeah.
And certainly a privilege to be able to go there.
All right. At Lubbock High, it's, of course, outstanding academics at Lubbock High School. What has been your main subject matter?
Main subject. I've enjoyed the math subjects, and particularly the macroeconomics class. Mr. Perkins is a great teacher, and I know he recently got an award for one of the national level things, and he's a great teacher.
That is awesome. They got special offerings. Now, Craig and I both coached at Lubbock High. You didn't know that.
I walked by a math room one time.
Yeah. We heard them in there, and I go, oh, what are they talking about? I taught biology and physical science, and I don't think, Craig, did you teach English? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
You think you'd talk better. No. We both coached basketball over at Lubbock High. So I'm telling you this story real quick. I'm at the Monterey Lubbock High softball game. I'm doing it on TV or radio. I can't remember what radio maybe. So anyway, I'm walking around the stands. Well, Ricky Montoya played basketball for me at Lubbock High for 2 years, 76, 77. So I see Ricky, and I know there's a Montoya playing on Lubbock High's softball team. And I was talking to Ricky up in the stands, and I said, Ricky, it's amazing that one of the guys that I coached at Lubbock High is not doing games, and his daughter's playing. He goes, Coach, that's my granddaughter. Yeah. I go, oh, my gosh, Ricky, don't tell me that. I'm really gotten old.
Yeah.
And but I loved it, and I know Craig did too. Yeah. We loved it at Lubbock High.
Yeah. Well, and LISD's done a great job, especially with the ATC program. I took welding over at the ATC for 2 years.
You took welding?
I took welding. It was a great time. I enjoyed it, and it's a very useful skill. And they've got some cool stuff at the ATC.
That's a lifetime skill that will...
welders make a ton of money.
You get into construction business or something and have your own company or something, that...
yes, sir.
You'll probably want to be in the office working with the numbers.
Yeah, but you'll know a good weld when you see one.
Oh, yeah. What's your dream job someday? Your dream job, if you could just say, this is what I would love to do, because it changes, but...
Dream job, man. Not quite sure exactly what it is, but I certainly want to be able to help people out and just be able to travel. That's one of those big things, is having the freedom to travel. Because my dad, with his construction business, once he started it, we had the privilege to be able to go on 3-week trips at the end of the summer, and we took an RV and road tripped for 3 weeks across the country. Yeah. So
you got brothers and sisters?
I do.
What are their names?
Catherine and Jacob.
Catherine, are you the oldest or the?
I'm the oldest. So
either one of them swimmers?
They actually do both swim. So it's a great little family gig, and I've been.
And tell everybody your parents' name. My wife Jan loves your mom. I mean, loves her.
Yeah, Michelle Hansen and Hans Hansen are my parents.
Hans, what a great name.
Hans Hansen.
Norwegian.
Very Norwegian. As Norwegian
That's a good name too.
It really is. Well, y'all are a great family. Where y'all go to church?
Hope Lutheran Church and School.
Hope Lutheran. Okay.
So, are you Victor Hovland fans? He's a Norwegian golfer.
I wish I could say, but I don't watch more golf than I should watch more golf than I do. But I enjoy watching it occasionally. Yep. So
the Masters is on this weekend.
I'm watching it a little bit.
Yeah.
So you ever played?
Very little, here and there. I go drive. I go drive occasionally out at
my guess
Shadow
is
Hills.
Though that if you wanted to, being the athlete that you are, you'd probably be pretty good at it.
He didn't have time for silly things like golf. It takes too long to play, doesn't it?
It's a good time. It's certainly a I don't say relaxing sport, but it's a peaceful sport.
Yep.
Gunnar, I don't want to leave anything out because you are absolutely an amazing swimmer for Lubbock ISD and for Lubbock High. And we're proud of you.
Well, thank you.
Proud of you. State champion, new state record, 5A, 6A in the 100 breaststroke, right?
Yes, sir.
And good luck at Alabama.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be keeping. Now, when you make the Olympics, we're going to get you on the show.
All right.
Okay, now you can't go who when I call you. Can't say who. I don't know them. Don't forget us.
I won't.
Because we'll be watching you. We'll be following you, Gunnar.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you for coming in today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Gunnar Hansen, everybody. You're going to want to remember that name, and it's not hard to do because just remember Gunnar.
Yep.
You'll see him at the Olympics one of these days. That's the plan.
Certainly hope so.
All right, we'll be right back with more, so stay tuned. Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby and Craig Wells.